length, and you'll see all kinds of things, including ducks. This morning we are walking the nature path in Garden City. This is one of our favorite places to walk because it is so quiet. It is a great refuge for birds and people to just walk and get away from the hustle and bustle. There's no bikes allowed here. It's pedestrians only. If you want something that's a little bit quieter than the other sections of the Greenbelt, we highly encourage you to check this out. I used to come here a lot when I was pregnant, actually, with Finley. This was like my go-to spot. If you walk all the way down from this parking lot to the bridge, it's about 1.5 miles one way. So if you do both ways, it's 3 miles. This is a nature path, so there's no bikes allowed. So it tends to be a lot quieter. There's a couple of nature paths in the Boise area, but this one is certainly less frequented than the one in East Boise, Southeast Boise, which is the Bethine Trail. So this one is in Garden City, right paralleling the Boise River. You see the squirrel, and Riverside Village neighborhood. This area is seriously such a gem. I have clients who had to stay in the same neighborhood because they could not bear the thought of being far away from this nature path. And you'll see all kinds of things, including ducks, other birds along the way. So you're on the north side of the Boise River, paralleling the river, and then there's neighborhood along the way called Riverside Village that you'll get to see those beautiful houses along your walk. And then there's a couple of large ponds as you go throughout, so you'll see birds in those sections as well. A great place for bird watchers or just walkers alike. This may just look like a bunch of bushes, but in the summertime, these are all blackberries, and there's a lot of other sections along the pathway like this. So if you are wanting to stock up, coming down to these areas along the river can be a great spot to find some berries or just have a snack along your walk, right, Finley? You will find mile markers along the way to keep you in check with kind of where you are and how far you've gone. So keep an eye out for those mile markers. Areas like this nature path are so important and valuable, not only for us as people to have a refuge, but for the animals, especially the birds and the ducks. With the growth that Boise's been experiencing over the past few years, some of the habitats and trees have been taken out to make way for other houses, and they haven't necessarily been replaced in other areas. So we're seeing a lot of the wildlife and fowl come down to these areas along the river. So we really need to continue to keep these places so that our birds, our ducks, our widgeons all stay around for us to enjoy. If you're interested in seeing more of our favorite spots and some of those hidden gems around the Boise and Idaho area, go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, and we'll bring you more.